Next up, on a similar issue, we have Justin Hancock of Fish Training UK. Justin Hancock!
Hey, thank you for coming. There are so many problems with this bill that everyone's articulating really well, and I think the whole idea that porn is harmful to young people is kind of what this bill, I think, is about. That's like the only rationale it seems to have, and as Clarissa was saying, it's much more complicated than that. But also this idea that some of the kind of problems that we have in sex and relationships and young people have only kind of existed since online porn became a thing that young people could access is just complete nonsense. And I've been working with young people since before the internet became widely available to people, and I used to work with young men who would say, who cares whether she's enjoying it or not, so long as I'm enjoying it. So these kinds of things have been around since before the internet, so it's just this argument that it's somehow protecting young people isn't true. And also, as Miles was saying, young people are going to find a way around it anyway. For young people who actively want to engage with porn, they're going to find ways around it. It's also not going to prevent problematic use of porn. It's not going to prevent a young person downloading an image to their phone and then sending that to somebody else without their consent. So it's not going to deal with that as an issue. There's potential where it might actually affect some content online which may actually be providing sex and relationships education. Filters in the past have affected my website, for instance. But also what we're really crying out for, and what young people are crying out for, is just better sex ed. Better sex and relationships education. Something where young people, something where people get to think about their relationships with themselves, what is expected of them in society, gender and sexuality, have their relationships with other people, but also putting consent at the heart of this. Like, if young people, getting young people to think about, or getting all of us to think about, what it is we may actually enjoy and what we may actually want to do, rather than what we feel like we have to do. And that's the kind of sex education we need. We've been crying out for this for years and years and years. It needs to be funded, it needs to be supported, and it needs to happen yesterday. And this bill is just a distraction from the real issues. Thank you all very much.
Justin Hancock, everyone. Thank you very much indeed, Justin.